All right, what's going on, everyone? So today I want to talk about goals, roadblocks, setbacks, because man, the last couple months have been one heck of a ride for me. I've had some setbacks, I've made some gains. It's been crazy. So you guys might remember this clip from a video I made a little while back. And then by June, I would like to be bringing like my best physique to the table that I've ever had. And I was looking at some pictures of my body the other day from last year, and I was like, man, I want that back. So yeah, I was determined. I wanted to have my best physique that I've ever had as of June 1st, which is a couple weeks ago now. So here's my physique at the time I made that video back in April, where I said I wanted to start making some changes. So I figured that June 1st was a good date for me to kind of make, because I knew I was going to be in Bristol then, hanging out with the guys from Vivo Life. And if you guys have seen any of them, you know that they are massive. John, Nehemiah, Rob from Vegan Physique, they're all really big, shredded guys. So I knew I wanted to up my game and bring my A game for that. And I knew we'd be having a photo shoot or two, so it always helps to look shredded for photos. I had a goal, I had a timeline, I was super determined, so I went for it. For the next 2 months, I'd planned on going super hard and just absolutely smashing it, getting that physique I wanted, but then I hurt my shoulder. And it wasn't horrible, but it was bad enough that I knew I had to take some time off. So reluctantly, I left the gym, and for a week or so, I just stretched, I ran, I stretched some more, and I rode my bike. Just did anything that I could to stay off it. So just as I was about to get back into things, my shoulder was feeling better, I was gonna start working out again, I got a stomach bug. So I was actually at a massage appointment. I was trying to get some work done on my shoulders to try and maybe loosen it up or just, help it along, when I felt this rumbling in my stomach. And then as soon as I got home, from then on, it was like absolute full on for a week. I wasn't able to keep anything down, keep anything in, hardly even liquids. It was absolutely terrible. I'm guessing it was some sort of intestinal bug, some stomach bug, maybe the neurovirus causing some gastroenteritis. I have no idea, but it was absolutely terrible. I would never wish it upon my worst enemy. So this went on for about a week. After a couple days, it started to get a little bit better, but then it got a lot worse, and it was bad for at least 7 days. And then, through some sort of miracle, the day that I had to leave and board the plane, I started feeling better, and by the time I got on the plane, I was feeling fine. But I still had almost a week until the photo shoot, and I knew I wasn't going to get a chance to work out up until that day, as we were traveling around and sightseeing so much. There just wasn't any time. So after being so sick and then traveling, I was really dehydrated, I was jet lagged, my muscles were feeling super flat since I hadn't worked out in almost a month, and I hadn't been eating much or very healthy foods since I'd been in the UK. So getting to the photo shoot here, I was super nervous, to say the least. But like I mentioned before, the rest of the guys and girls who represent Vivo Life are all super in shape, ripped, shredded, and I was hoping that I could hold up to them. So I gathered up as much energy as I could to try and get a bit of a pump on. And once I started moving, I actually started to feel pretty good. I'm not sure why I decided to choose this piece, the most grueling piece of equipment in there, but it definitely worked. And then some handstand push-ups always help getting my shoulders pumped up. And then, of course, the muscle up, a pull and a push. Doesn't get much better than that if you want to get a pump going and activate all your muscles. So I was surprised. I was actually feeling pretty good. My muscles started to fill up a little bit, and it was time to start doing the photos. Since I took my shirt off and I had a look at my physique, I was actually quite surprised. I still had some muscle. I got a little bit more shredded. I was feeling good. So I actually think that the lack of food and the dehydration from being so sick actually helped me get pretty shredded, because I think if I was still just eating normally up until this point, I don't think that I would have looked this lean. So it's kind of funny how the world works in weird ways to help you like that. And I'm sure it gave me extra time to heal my shoulder, because I probably would have jumped back into the gym a little bit early if it wasn't for that sickness. So here they are taking photos of me, and I was actually pretty happy with how the photos turned out. They looked awesome. I was super stoked with it, and it always feels weird being in these situations, having professional photographers take your picture, but you just kind of go with it, and you just do your best, and you know that they're professionals, and they'll make you look good. And it was actually really nice to see that I can go almost a full month off my game and actually maintain some muscle and still feel pretty good about myself. So I know it's so easy for us to worry that we're going to lose our gains if we don't hit the gym, every single day, and it's really easy to get obsessive about it. But now I know that I can take a bit of time off and things will be okay. I can get it back. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. Is this my best physique ever? Because it was pretty much June 1st. It was just a couple days before, and I was pretty happy with how things came together. I really didn't think they were going to. I almost had to cancel this trip at one point. I was so sick, but I think I did pretty well holding my own beside these guys. Look at that crew right there. The Vegan Avengers. We're just missing Nimai Delgado, Brian Turner, a couple other guys there. So here you can see how much weight I actually lost. So May 12th, I was 147. And then by June 1st, I was all the way down at 135. And that's a lot for a little guy like me. And then you can see I managed to put the weight back on recently, and I'm back up to 145 as of just about a week ago now. So that's obviously not all muscle. In fact, a really small percentage of it is probably muscle. It was probably mostly water and a bit of fat, and then probably a lot of stored glycogen from my muscle cells as well. So I thought it'd be fun to throw up some pictures here and compare. So there was the goal physique that I said I wanted to get back to. Here's the physique that I had just before June 1st there at the photo shoot. I was looking really shredded and lean. And then here I am just about a week ago, June 14th, after I was so worried about putting my weight back on. I might have gone a little too hard on that mini bulk there. Too much peanut butter. Started to lose some shreds. So I'm going to have to dial it back. I really like that physique on May 28th. So I'm going to have to get back to that. So things are good now. My shoulder's feeling really good. It healed up just fine. And that extra long rest was probably just what my body needed. And I actually feel even better now going into my workouts. I have more energy, more vigor, more strength than ever. So it's probably just what my body needed was a good long rest like that. So I just wanted to share this story with you all because it's so easy to highlight only the positive stuff here on social media and on YouTube. And sometimes you don't see the bad stuff or the setbacks or whatever that happen. And it happens to all of us, and we have to remain positive. And I don't want to get all motivational on you guys, but it really is the tough times like this that really defines our character. So definitely push through it. So let me know down below if you guys got some value out of that story, what you guys thought of this video. It's kind of different for me, but I thought it was fun. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to eat plants and stay positive.